Hey everybody, today is March 2nd and it is time for my next update. Today is going to be update number 6. Before we go into the update, I'd like to show you something very special I've been working on for a few months. This is a cross that I've been trying to create. I don't know if this exists or not, but these two varieties are really two of my most favorite plants and I grow these every year. So I decided to cross them to see if I can get something new and special. The varieties are the MOA Scotch Bonnet, which is this variety here. The one I have comes in different shapes. Sometimes it has a Scotch Bonnet shape and sometimes it has this shape. But regardless, it's a beautiful type and it's very, very nice and tasty. And the other varieties that I really love is the Bahamian Goats. So I successfully cross-pollinated it, and I would be growing these out to see what new traits I would get. This is a little bit smaller than they normally look like, but the fruit is beautiful. Look at it. It's a nice shape of a Scotch bonnet with a stinger there. So I will be taking seeds out of these to grow out to see if I get something new. But anyway, let's go into the update. So today I will be covering a few things. In last update, I chopped a bunch of these off. I aggressively topped most of them. I cut all of the leaves off, and today I'm going to show you how much they have recovered. I'm going to show you the Scotch bonnet that I would be entering in the contest. It doesn't look as it did last time because I cut it in half and I used the other half to graft on to something else. So I will show you that as well. So anyway, let me pull the plants out and then I will show you what's happening with them, and then I'll go over a few things that you shouldn't do after topping. And it's a mistake that I made. Okay, here are all the plants. I have pulled them out. I'm gonna show you guys that real quick. But first, let's go over the mistake that I made because I was being lazy. So last time I topped these guys very aggressively, like this. And then after a few days, these shoots will turn out to be around like these. Then I cut all of the larger leaves off, and basically all you're gonna see left of the plant is something like this. Just like a little trunk and a few small leaves. So when you top that aggressively, what you need to do is reduce the amount of nutrients you give the plant, because what it does now is the larger leaves are no longer there, and so the younger leaves are very, very sensitive to too much nutrients. Instead of mixing half strength like I should, I decided to keep going and feed them the same way because I didn't want to mix any new nutrients batch. So let me show you what happens. It doesn't affect a lot of the plants, just a few, but here it is. So if you see that your plants look like this, see these burn? These are because I'm feeding it too much nutrients. Because what happened is when you cut all of these off, the new shoots that grow out to the side like this are very young and sensitive, and they don't need that much nutrients to grow because there's already some in the soil that we have those pebbles. So the pebbles with combination of the nutrients will cause the plant to stress and burn and look like this. 3 of my plants have that issue, actually 4. Here it is, the Jamaican Scotch bonnet, yellow. I had 2 and only 1 is affected, look at that. So for these guys, I just give them top water because the top water still has those little pebbles, the osmocote pebbles, and then just a little bit at the bottom of the cup with regular water just to not dry the roots out, and then it started to improve. This guy is the same. I had some issue there with those leaves. When you touch them, they just fall like this, and there's a few right here. That problem has been corrected, so the plants are looking much better now. So next, let me show you what I did with the Scotch bonnet that I'm entering in the contest. Here it is. I chopped it off there, and this is how much of it left. And I used the top of the plant to graft onto my BTR, which is the Butch T Reaper. And it's been a few days now, so it's looking good, recovering well. What I'm trying to do is allow the top to grow Scotch bonnet and the bottom will grow the BTR. So I'll get fruits for BTR at the bottom, and the top I will get Scotch bonnet fruits. Now, I left the top on there just for now to see if it's alive, but eventually I'm gonna cut it off. That way the sides will grow out, and I want to get the trunk nice and thick, because if it's top heavy and the grafter is right here, it may break, or I might have to stake it up. But there it is. That's what I'm trying to do. Alright, so I'll go on to the rest of the plants and show you some updates and let you see how much they have recovered. And you already saw that. And the other Butch T right here, this is the CPR, not the BTR. I have two. One was affected, the other one's doing just fine. I'm not feeding these nutrients right now because of this problem. I'm just giving it top water and then a little bit water down here so the roots will not dry. Okay, and then this is the Butch T times Reaper. So I have 3 of those. One is the large one that I grafted. Here's J Peach Ghost. 2 of those. They're looking okay. And these are the younger one last time. The 7 Pot Bubblegum. It barely sprouted, and now look at the size of these guys. I'm running out of space, that's why I keep 2 in there. Here's my MA Vortex. 2 in there, looking nice and beautiful. Here's 2 more larger ones in the larger container. This is the red Jamaican Scotch bonnet. So this guy has been topped 3 times already. Initially it is topped there, and then the side shoots start to grow so tall I had to cut it back again. And so look at this, the size of this guy in just a little cup. And here's my Jay's Red Ghost, looking good there. 2 Bahamian Goats. These are my favorite variety. I just showed you the cross early in the video. Highly recommend growing that. Here is the Trinidad Scorpion Cardi. The last time I showed you guys it's probably this big. Look at the size of it now. So I will be topping this very soon. And this is the white Labuyo. I just added these because I couldn't get the other seeds to grow. A friend of mine from Sweden sent this to me. I'll give you a link to his information below so you can check him out. And here's 2 more MA Vortex, looking nice and beautiful. Then here is my MOA Scotch bonnet, the cross I did early in the video. Here is the chocolate Butla. This guy had the same issue, but last time it was really tall and it was just growing at the top. When you cut the top, check all the sides. The sides are starting to grow. So this one's looking good. Let me show you the root system. Look at all that roots. Those are just water at the bottom. Here's a Sugar Rush Peach from Dave. If you guys have not seen Dave's channel, I would recommend going there and check him out. He has a ton of stuff going on. He's growing all kinds of peppers. He does tons of reviews, and I think he just put out some videos of what he's growing this year. There's a ton of different cool varieties, so make sure to go check him out and see what he's doing. Look at the roots of these. Okay, and then next I have Jay's Peach Ghost Scorpion times Chocolate Ghost. This is the plants that Batman gave me. Looking good there. I don't know what these guys are going to turn out like, but I'm very excited about it. This is my grafted White Devil's Tail. Those are looking great. Look at this guy, the Bleeding Borg 9. In the last video I showed you guys, this is a very small plant, and check out the size of this guy after 2 weeks. I mean, it's probably triple in size. And then the last one I have is the Aji Pineapple, also given to me by Dave. This guy has been topped 3 times already. I'm trying to delay its growth because it's so cold right now and I can't put them outside. So I have a few more weeks left, but let me show you the root system. Check that out. See that? This is what you want to see before you transplant outside, because with a root system like this guy is just going to take off as soon as you put him outside in larger containers. Okay, so that's all for the updates. Let me give you a preview of the clones. I chopped the plant down because it's taking up too much space, but it's still producing. I'm getting fruits every day. if you see all those plastic bags, those are my crosses. I'm working on a ton of different crosses because I have so many plants ripening at the same time. Then over here as well, I got a few there. Check out these fruits here. Look at the size of these fruits. That's my Bahamian Goat. Look at that. It has really cool looking tails. Okay, in the back is my chocolate scotch bonnet. I'm also crossing him with a bunch of other things. So that's pretty much all for this update. I will be putting these plants outside in about 2 weeks. So when they go outside, I will show you the type of system I'm using, some of the routines, fertilizer, soil, and all that stuff. So make sure to check back, and thank you for watching.